Oh, I gotta stretch. Living in my car for over 2 years now. And wait for some people to join, but it's kind of hot out, and it's what, December 19th? It's nice to be in LA, not have to deal with the freezing cold. I overate my lunch too. I had chicken fajitas. I knew I shouldn't have eaten that whole tray. At least it was good stuff like bell peppers and onions, but still. Won't eat much for the rest of the day. And I don't know what to expect from this job now. Hello, everyone. Oh man, I've been working like 7 days a week for like 3 weeks now, and now I've been getting into, my body's used to it. I don't have any problems working. I mean, other than lots and lots of people not wearing masks. Today I saw that it was bad how many people were not wearing masks. And it's several of like the most arrogant, ill-tempered, snotty people that I've encountered there. Not even me personally, like that I've gotten their wrath. I can just see that they're like abusive, angry people. Hey everyone. So click like. By the way, this is cool. I saw Pickle Boy and Bridget bought his mom Tina a house. That's cool. Who knows if I'll buy... Oh, shit. Okay, stream just froze. That was annoying. But click like, everyone. Helps the channel survive. Wait, is this working? My phone... Oh, I'm updating a bunch of apps right now. And that might be making my phone a little slow. Because I couldn't even live stream updating everything. I have a hell, damn, that's annoying. This phone is crapping out so much. I have a crappy LG Stylo 5. The only good thing about it, it has a stylus and, well, two things. The battery lasts a really long time and it charges quickly. The stylus is perfect because instead of having to print out documents now, on my phone I can like import documents to my Notes app and just sign it with my stylus. It's really great. So I had to do that for this job, and that would have been a real pain in the ass going to Staples or something and printing everything out. Just not even doing it at Staples. It's the issue is well, one, transferring it to a flash stick when I don't have use of my laptop, but also driving to Staples is the worst. The traffic in that part of LA, or I mean that part of this area I'm in, is just terrible, and the parking lot is terrible. So, anyways, I was trying to say click like, helps the channel out. This is a job of mine. Increasingly, I don't know what's going to happen really. So, first of all, I should make clear what... Ah, damn it. Okay, I'm going to try and put a cool shop towel, like with water on it, that's been chilling all night. So it's still cold. Put that behind my phone because my phone might be overheating. I know I also have a bunch of apps updating, so that was not the best time to do this, but I was really annoying. I mean, I was really... Okay, I stopped my apps from updating. The main one was I had to update YouTube, I think, because I couldn't stream before. And I put now a wet shop towel behind my phone, whatever. So the heat is absorbed by it. But click like, it helps the channel out. And I'm going to have to increasingly, I don't know, make videos on my channel. I've already been ramping that up big time. But The problem with my job is, for one thing, not many people wearing masks. I called HR again yesterday and left voicemail saying we need enforcement. It's not happening. The numbers in LA are getting really out of control, like over 14,000 infections a day. I think yesterday it was like 16,000 some. From last week to this week, it was like 3,500 hospitalizations for the Trump virus to like 5,100. And the ICUs are at capacity. And it's still, the worst is ahead of us. And 3 people, by the way, oh, I forgot, I didn't tell this on video. 2 people got infected in 2 days this week, and then yesterday another person got infected or reported they tested positive. So 3 people in the last week tested positive for the Trump virus. But that was, I found out like hours after I called HR to complain about it and say they need to enforce mask usage. This place is going to be under threat of shutdown. And I said, I don't, by the way, I told them, I don't care about like this company making money. To me, that's incidental. I care about people's health. I said I would like it if we had staggered schedules so that, say, the sorters, the people who are sorting packages, come in earlier. I'll come in at midnight, 11 at night. I don't care. So that way we can finish before the drivers get there to pick up their packages. I didn't even think to say it, but I should have that. Or the drivers can come later. Yeah, I know they're all. Well, not all of them. That's not fair. The ones that stand out are always the assholes. But you know, basically, if I just met a delivery driver anymore, like I'd say there's a 50% chance I don't trust them to do anything. They don't wear masks unless you make them, and some of them just still don't. The manager of the drivers, she just like is living it up in the warehouse and does not wear a mask, and was talking to a driver who does not wear a mask, and who then goes talks to other drivers who do wear masks, and I feel bad for them. Some of them are really nice, and one of them is a new guy. I can tell they're training him. I feel so bad. I'm like, this guy is a young guy. He's not asking to get the Trump virus, but they're going to give it to him. Other drivers who I know are mean assholes. Anyways, it's ridiculous. So I said we need staggered schedules. We need better ventilation. And what else? I said something else, I think. Oh, and I said employees aren't doing it. Just aren't wearing masks. So I said we need like education. We need like a meeting to tell people how important this is. You got to be so arrogant and like ignorant to just sit around, as I see employees do, or stand around, joke around, talk, eat, smile, talk, taking their mask down. It's like, do you like that person you're talking to? Because you may be giving them a death sentence, or their family members a death sentence. Just sitting there eating without mask on by other people. It's like, you shouldn't even be doing that. And they give out food there. I never go near it anymore. I did get tacos 1 or 2 days, but they have this like spread of something. I don't even go near it, like coffee and stuff, where people just stand around and talk and take their masks down. So it's like I don't even go near that part of the warehouse. And I have my face shield on and my mask. But anyways, it's so messed up. Just wait. Like, the place is going to shut down or something like that, or they're not going to hire enough people. We're already short-staffed. We've had 4 people missing from my belt this week. 2 of them could very well have quit, which if you quit, you quit. I don't care. But 2 could very well have been sick. I don't know. I'm just guessing, but it's because they've been there longer. And one guy, he obviously hated the job, so wouldn't be surprised. Like, I shouldn't have to do this. Which I don't care, but it's funny that the people who dress the nicest always act like they hate, not always, I can't say that, no. It's, of the people, the only people I've seen who just move really slow and don't like the job, they dress so nice. And they have like nice hair and sneakers and like wireless earphones and stuff. And it's just funny. It's like, what in my younger days would have seemed like status now just seems like weakness. Like, oh, I had nothing against dressing nice. It's just like, oh, you thought you were this nice thing. You're actually this soft, baby ass whiner who doesn't want to work. But it's fine. Like, I don't care. It doesn't affect me. Hell, I'll take more hours. I was trying to take more today. That's why I ended up going through half the warehouse and seeing a bunch of people not wearing masks. But anyways, I left that message. I've made like either other messages or a dozen other conversations with all types of people. So and it was weird. I got a message to all the employees yesterday or the other day saying, "Don't come in Sunday, or Sunday they're closed." I'm like, "What's that about?" I asked a manager, or like a manager type. There's like different, like a supervisor, and he's like, "Yeah, they're just cutting back. So Sundays we're not working anymore." It kind of sucks because I've been working 7 days a week. It's not a lot of money, but it's like for that company, it's a lot of money that I'm making. Not for them to pay me, but I mean, as far as like a typical week for that job, it's been decent money. And thank you, Renstra. I haven't been reading everyone's comments, but the phone was bugging out a bunch. And yeah, 250,000 cases a day, right? Um, yeah, well, okay, so they're not like they haven't done anything to like fire me or anything. What it is, they're starting to cut back hours. And the reason I said in my thumbnail it may be time to start looking for another job, um, I realize once, like, we're busy now. That's good. I'm getting like 8-hour days. I'm getting a lot of work. It's good. I want the work. I don't need to be out relaxing or whatever. I want to work. I want to make money. Even how hectic it is, you should have seen the pile of packages I had. It was like a fucking mountain. Because we have these, not in addition to just cardboard boxes, there are these big, like, thick, heavy plastic bags with tied off with Velcro, and I had like 100 of them. And if you can imagine 100 of them, like in a small area, basically, I was having to pile more and more up everywhere until I'm like, that's it, I can't take anymore. Just let them go to the end of the belt, put them on a pallet, and we can move it back around to the back of the pile. Only we couldn't even move it to the back of the pile. There were so many other boxes. And like, you can't mess with the driver's stuff that they had. I wouldn't want to, so it's like, just leave it. But anyway, so we're busy. That's good. I'm making money, but what's going to happen after December? They're going to cut back our hours. That's why I'm thinking I may want a different job, in addition to possibly in taking consideration the how difficult it gets to work when there's a shortage of staff, and the Trump virus risk. Even though, yes, I am fairly safe wearing my face shield and a mask. Like, I've read for healthcare workers when they started being, because remember, they didn't have protective equipment at first. Now you can go into any store and buy it. At first, they were struggling to get masks and face shields. Now, I read one article saying once, like, healthcare workers in like one hospital or whatever had face shields, the transmission to healthcare workers went to zero. I'm sure there's other factors involved too. I don't know. But anyways, it's a good idea. It makes sense. You have a plastic screen in front of you, or a plastic shield, I should say. So anyways, but it's 7 people since I started working there 5 weeks ago. First one on my first day, and 3 in the last week. So it's spreading, and these, like, I swear, it's such like hostility to do. And I just see how soft and weak people are when they don't want to exercise that discipline to delay gratification a little. Like, how the fuck can you smile at your friend and talk to them without a mask on? When it's like, okay, are you prepared to say they have 3 to 6 weeks to live? Because now, once it's in them, that's it. If they're going to die of it, you can't do anything about it. Doesn't matter if you put your mask right back on. Anyways, I'm just trying to detach from all that stuff because it was driving me miserable. Also, somebody did the worst offense ever at my job the other day. They started playing Christmas music from their truck. Big no-no. You don't play music around me, and you don't play Christmas music. Anyways, yeah, I wouldn't rely on this job. Well, here's the thing. So, bottom line, why I say I should start looking for another job, they're going to cut my hours. And if I can find something, that's a big problem. I looked the other day for jobs. Holy shit, there is not as much as there used to be. Even a few weeks ago when I got this job. Not as much film stuff. I'm not even just talking about Craigslist. I'm talking about like Indeed.com. Oh, motherfuck, I got to see some couple holding each other at the park, like in front of me. Ew, you gross people. I just don't like people like doing anything to feel good in front of other people. That to me is gross. That's why I don't like public singing or whistling. Um, Hopefully that's just my allergies. I mean, I tested negative for the Trump virus like last Wednesday. Um, it's hard to find appointments to get tested now. Used to be I could just go pretty much any day, any half-hour slot. There were like 125 slots open. Now a lot of places there were none. I had to go to one place, which wasn't that far or anything, but um, only kind of annoying thing. It's walk up, so it's like I get to sit in my car and just drive through at the drive-through ones, but it wasn't a big deal. It was actually pretty quick. My allergies are acting up. That gets a little scary. Oh, great. Sorry, just be patient when the stream freezes. I gotta wait to. I don't know. My phone is so bad, and now my phone is really laggy. I can see that. This company's going to learn this the hard way, or maybe they don't give a shit. Maybe they really are like, oh well, we have an insurance policy. If we have to close down this warehouse, it's more effort than it's worth. I don't know. I'm trying to see how choppy the stream. Now it's smoothed out a little. Again, click like every stream out. This is a job for me too. I do make money from YouTube. I try not to emphasize that because I would still do it regardless. But um, it I'm trying to grow it too, and part of working my job is the money's going to go into film gear and filmmaking books and film education for me because I want to take screenwriting coaching. Having water with vinegar, and I'm being a lot more thorough about disinfecting everything. But even so, it's a little scary. But anyways, they're going to cut my hours. I know that. It's probably not going to be as busy. I'm sure it'll be busier than before the pandemic because now more people are online shopping. And that's understandable. But even so, um, if they're going to cut my hours, if it's not going to be as much money, and there's the Trump virus risk, that's a good reason to see if I can get something that's a safer job where I'm around less people and where I can make more money. Right now, this is good for me because I'll probably make more money at this than I could any other job because I'm able to work 7 days a week until now tomorrow I get the day off. So they're giving us basically Sundays off. They're not running the warehouse. But for me, that's not good. For me, I'd rather be working. I'd rather make the money. I've been working 7 days a week for like 3 weeks or 4 weeks maybe. I think 3 weeks. I'm not sure. Um, Hell no, Mr. 2001. No, I'm not doing any gig work like DoorDash or whatever. I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to put the wear on my car. I don't want to drive in the LA traffic. And oh shit, the fucking dumbass couple. It just grosses me out to see people like doing that shit together. Just like holding each other. Like, hey, look at me. I don't know. Something weirdly like self-aggrandized. No, I'm not jealous of it or whatever. I don't care. Like it's fine, but yeah, I just don't want to see it. It grosses me out. Same with music in public. Don't you dare play music around me. But anyways, like I said, this warehouse, they're going to realize it. So like, what the hell? They're going, and that's another reason too. It's like, oh, I see how little of a shit they give about everybody. Now that I've been like complaining about this literally since before I started this job. When they did a walkthrough of the building, I said, hey, how come those people aren't wearing masks? And the guy's like, who? I said, those people at the end. He's like, oh, well, they should be wearing masks. And I guess he never did anything about that because I had to complain and complain, and they're still not doing it properly. But yeah, it sucks that my hours are going to be cut. I like making more money. I just want to so I can get this film gear that I want. Alex Proyas, who I'm a big fan of, he's doing a lot of YouTube videos now, and he's built his own studio, like a virtual studio. He was a big proponent of the Blackmagic 6K camera. This is real insider camera talk, indie film talk, but he loved that camera. 6K basically means about like 6,000 pixel resolution. Ew. And anyways, great colors and highlight roll off, all that. Basically, great picture. Um, Only about, I think now it's like $2,000, and I was looking at that, and now he's starting to use this other camera, a Lumix or a Panasonic, you could call it either one, S1H. I'm like, oh, that looks kind of better, and it's $4,000. So I don't know, I'm not wed to either one. It's like, I could go either way. I'm sure they'd both be great. I do kind of like some quality features of the Panasonic one. But anyways, so that's a lot of money, and the camera, that alone is not even half the cost right there. Then you got to get lenses, memory cards, hard drives, upgrade my editing software, a new laptop at the very least. Really, I should have a desktop with 2 monitors. But anyways, yeah, all that stuff costs money, and it's going to take a long time to save up that money at this job, and that's fine. You know, the time's going to go by either way. My allergies are acting up, so I'm not. I just took my temperature, but still being very vigilant. You know, now basically I wear my face shield everywhere I go out because now it's getting so dangerous. Like I complained about the manager of the drivers not wearing a mask last week, and I emailed my company because I was like, I want to have this in writing. I told them the LA Department of Health says 1 in 140 people in LA have the Trump virus, so it's almost assuredly in the warehouse, but we can prevent its spread. This driver manager pretty much every day is not wearing her mask, and she's supposed to enforce it on people. So maybe they'll start enforcing it once like half the warehouse gets sick. But that was last week. 2 days later, it was like 1 in 100. Now it's like 1 in 80. Soon it's going to be like 1 in 50, and then 1 in 10, and 1 in 2, and 2 in 3. Anyways, it's really bad. Yeah, money's really not risking my health over. I can like be glad for the money now, but if I was laid up sick, like then I'd be like, yeah, it wasn't worth it. So that's why I'm thinking, yeah, I should start looking for another job. Like I'm trying to do the best thing. They're not listening. I've literally like just went up to a manager and like yelled at him to start. I literally just yelled at him, and I yelled at an administrator. She was yelling at me too, but I yelled like, is anyone prepared to take responsibility if someone dies? And she's like, you know, these drivers are just trying to work like you, right? And she's like, they know the rules, all right? If you just tell them to put their mask on, they will. I'm like, I didn't even respond to that point because it's like, it's an indignity to even respond to something that we both know you're lying about. Like, you can't possibly know what like 100 different people are going to do when you ask them to do something. And I know because I've seen it, that they still don't do it. Ugh. I had my vinegar and water there, trying to boost my immunity and weight loss. Yeah, it wouldn't work there if half the warehouse was sick. Well, if they're not working there, then at least I'm not working around sick people that I know of, but there's people probably asymptomatic who have it, who are working. Or there could very well be people who have symptoms and don't give a shit. They want to go and work and make money. That's exactly right, Rent Strike, and they're actually supposed to do that. I'm not supposed to. They said I'm not supposed to talk to the drivers because that's a different company. The rules are they're not supposed to talk to us. We're not supposed to talk to them. And a lot of times when we do interact, I mean, a lot of times it's nice, but part of the reason is, just from what I've seen, the drivers can be assholes. Some of them are major, like losers, like just miserable fucks. And which is fine. I don't give a shit. One of them, he was like about to cry with me today. He got so upset. I was like, I don't give a shit. He was like, don't move my stuff. I'm like, you don't got to harass me. I told him, like, I told him straight up, you don't got to harass me. I didn't know that was yours. I was just trying to move stuff out of the way. He's like, don't move it. And I can see, oh, shit. Anyways, and that driver who was almost crying at me, like he was so upset, I'm like, I can see he's a miserable fuck. Like, he just, oh, fuck. I got a bunch of moisturizer on my crotch. I don't want to let moisturizer go to waste. Great. Now I got a bunch of white cream all over my pants. But I could see he was so miserable. I'm like, I'm not even mad. Like, it's just my life is so much better than his. And I'm sure driving is a rough job and all that. Like, it's just long hours, I'm sure. And you don't have much time to yourself. I've heard they make good money, or decent money. I mean, I'm not sure it's that great, but anyways, yeah. So I'm planning on bailing out. It's like I'm trying to help everyone, and unfortunately, the other thing is the employees should be speaking up more, and I fucking tell them to, and they're all scared to as well. Or they'll be like, "Oh yeah, man, sounds like a good idea, definitely." I'm like, you know, you should call HR and tell them, because I'm just doing this by myself. I'm all alone in this. And he's like, yep, definitely, man. I'm glad you're here. I'm like, you motherfucker, don't even agree with me if you're saying you like what I'm doing, but you're not going to do anything yourself, you coward. Oh, man, I got to take a dump at some point. I needed to take a dump today at work. I did, but I got to take another one later on. Maybe not so much later. So, yeah, I should start looking for something. I don't know what. I don't want to work with customers, that's for sure. That's for damn sure. Um, it's too bad because, I mean, the work itself, I don't mind. Like, my body's gotten used to it now, and I'm able to do like a hard workout during the day, even after working like 8 hours. I just work out in the afternoon now. I don't do it in the morning when it's so cold. It hasn't been too bad lately, but even so, I'm just like, fuck, man. I do it later in the day. Like, because also now getting up when I'm older, my body's more stiff and, you know, needs to be like warmed up. It's hard to work out when like my body needs to warm up in the morning. I need more time. It's like I'd rather just do it in the afternoon. But yeah, I should look for other work. So I don't know. There's not much out there. That's the problem. I will be checking with this place where I shower during the week. So today I'm gonna have to shower on the street, but they have showers during the week, free showers for homeless people. They have a sign saying they're going to have a job center soon, so I'm like, oh, that's good. Look for jobs there, because it's hard to find them on my own. That other job place I was looking for, West Adams Work Source, those fucking unhelpful hacks, just brushing me off and not telling me. Yeah, now I'm saying their name, West Adams Work Source. Stringing me along for like 6 weeks, leading me to think I could get this sanitation job, and then saying, "Oh, I don't know why you were applying for that. You got to be on unemployment to get that." I'm like, "Well, nobody told me." And anyways, it was just being run around in circles, and it was just a total waste of time. And the guy who said he would help me basically wouldn't help me unless I called him that day and tried to get him to follow up, and then he'd send me a few job listings, or he rewrote my resume, which was helpful because by then I didn't have access to my laptop. But anyways, West Adams Work Source, bunch of fucking hacks who didn't help me. Yeah, they are cowards. It's like, yeah, I know the employees, I get being scared to speak up, but when I'm telling you that I'm doing it alone, and that like I'll be like the spokesperson, I'll be like the leader of it that says we need enforcement, and they still won't do it, well then it's like, why even agree with me? Don't even say like, oh yeah, that sounds good, Angelo, so why are you saying that? Even my supervisor is like that. He's like, yeah, man, people don't listen. And then this dumbass goes up to him and is like, hey, man, what's up? High fives him or whatever, and has no mask on whatsoever. And it's like, you're not going to tell to my supervisor, I'm thinking like, you're not going to tell your friend not to do that. And I even told my supervisor, I said, hey man, mind your mask. You could get people sick. He's like, oh, I'm sorry, Angelo. I'm like, don't apologize to me. You could get people sick. So even he doesn't really enforce it. So it's like, all right, fine. Like people, bootlickers, explain that one for me. How come if companies are so great and the executive, they just need the money? You don't need the money to live. That's what you're supposed to be, running a business on the side and working 2 or 3 jobs until you're 45 to save money. What if companies are so great? Why are they run by such fucking cowards and morons? Anyways, I feel better now that I had that vinegar water and farted a little bit. In fact, I'll have, man, I regret I had a big fajita lunch today. I shouldn't have had that. It was healthy, but it was too many calories. I'm like, damn, I was hungry though after work, but I should know better. Not to use my riches, my homeless man's riches, to overeat. But I'm gonna work out today, and I won't eat much for the rest of the day. Just having a fish oil pill. Yeah, Abhob, whatever your name is, Abhob, something. Do I look like I need advice on what to do and to move away? I don't. So I don't need it. I don't need the unsolicited advice. Oh, my stomach is a growling. Oh, I got raw unfiltered honey from the, I pronounced that weird, from the food bank. Put it in my oatmeal in the mornings. And I'll have some tea later today. Damn, my fingers, you can't tell as much now because I put moisture on them, but the skin is like flaking off and they're getting calluses and stuff, and a pink spot here that's kind of rough from even with gloves on. I don't know if you can see. Yeah, you can sort of see that finger. That one, it's like the skin is tearing away. It's not super painful or anything. It just, gets calloused and peels off. Stream cut out again. So yeah, I've got to think about how to make my exit from this job. And the thing is, I don't want to take a huge pay cut from whatever. I mean, I probably will, because nothing's going to let me work as much as this. Like working 7 days a week, that's been like decent money. Again, not really enough, like, because obviously I'm still in my car, but it's keeping me going, and it allows me to save up a little bit. But if that's going to slow down, I got to start looking for another job. I mean, I'll see how many hours they give me, but I'll keep working this job. But I don't know. It depends, really, because if a lot of people get sick there, or let alone if I get sick, I don't know what I'm going to do if I get sick, other than, yeah, I'll take at least 2 weeks off, maybe even a month, because I'd be worried. I've heard that for people who strenuously exercise after they get the Trump virus, it damages their heart. Like their immune system is still over responding and it attacks the heart cells. So you got to be real careful for that. So I'm not sure how I'd deal with that. What the hell? So yeah, I think either way, it's probably time I look for something, and it might take a little while to find something decent. I got to keep checking every day. That's the other problem. And I can't even add this job to my resume because I don't have my laptop. Like my laptop, the battery, it drains on its own. I'm sure it's dead now. So maybe I could go to someone's house and do it, but I'm not even trying to visit people's homes now. So we'll see. Maybe if that charity that I shower at, if they get a job center set up, I'll try and apply for jobs there. That would be cool. And rewrite my resume there. Yeah, the management is horrible. And I hate that I can at least respect the one guy who obviously doesn't seem to give a shit about me. The other guy acts like my buddy and stuff. I'm like, you're not my friend. Like, don't even talk to me. Like, hey, Angelo, how's it going? I'm like, motherfucker. Like I've told you how it's going. You're not doing anything about it. But you know, what can you do? You can't change people. So it's like there's only so much I can do. And yesterday I worked out real hard for I don't know how long, like 45 minutes or so. Just because I was like I was so angry and like so manic, like I had to just calm down and like work it out of my body. Even that didn't quite do it. And I slept decently. That helps too. But I was just so mad yesterday. I'm like, why? I've warned about this so much. I talked to the general manager, two administrators, two or three managers, a supervisor, human resources, the head of, I almost call it the old word, Trump virus compliance for the company. And three people got infected last week, and they're still not taking it seriously. There is a part of me that kind of wants to stay there and get my money and hope that I don't get the virus and just see what happens to the place after a while. Like, just see how bad it can get. But it was funny. This driver today, he got so mad. Like, I moved packages I didn't know were his, which I don't care. I mean, whatever. Like, he could have, moved. But he's like, "Don't move my packages, man! Don't." I'm like, "What?" But like, I was like, "You don't need to harass me. Like, I didn't know they were yours." He's like, "Don't move them, okay?" I'm like, "Whatever. I can't even respect this person enough to get mad at them." And what do I care? It's not my life. Like, it's like my life is better than his if he's that mad about it. I can tell he's just like a soft motherfucker. Like, he doesn't give it. Not that I'm saying I'm super tough or anything, but it's like, oh, okay, your life must suck so bad to be concerned about that. Me, I'm like, I wouldn't give a shit. I'd just be like, hey, man, like, that's my stuff there. You don't need to touch that. Anyways, so I can see, like, it's like, that. Well, that's just a regular job. That's what people are like. I'm still writing every day, even though I'm not always writing a ton. Most days I'm not writing a ton. But it's really important for me to keep writing, and I did order some books on screenwriting now that I have a little money. So I'm looking forward to reading those and rereading them several times. Ah, yeah. Big old fart. God damn, that fucking couple is like right in my field of view out my windshield with whatever. I won't explain my setup. It is hot out too. I'm glad I'm in LA. Man, I'm glad I'm in LA. It's so cold on the East Coast, or at least where I'm from in Virginia. I'm gonna have a little honey after I had my vinegar. I think that might help with my stomach a little. My mom my mom finally I taught her over the phone. It was I had a hell of a time trying to get her to do it. How to click links in her text message. I had to teach her. Damn it, the stream keeps cutting out. I had to teach my mom over the phone how to check her text messages, how to look at mine, and then how to click the link and open YouTube videos. But now she's a Kids in the Hall fan, or sort of. I guess she's like shocked by half their sketches. But I send her Kids in the Hall clips and say, "Hey, I was watching this show when I was a kid," and she's like, "Oh, if I knew you were watching that, I would have like taken away the TV." I'm like, "Don't you dare talk like that about them. They're so influential for me. They raised me." Those, oh, fuck. Damn it, this phone keeps cutting out. Yeah, without unions, those owners take advantage of each and every situation they can. Right. Yeah, that's what they're doing. It's like grinding away while one by one we're picked off by the Trump virus. And if we had a union, we could actually have a representative and, demand safer working conditions, or we could walk out. As it is, it's like every person for themselves because nobody wants to fucking say anything. What's my plans for Christmas? Go to work and take a shit. I'll leave a little gift with a wreath over it for my bosses. and probably look for another job because they're going to start cutting back everybody's hours after December, which is going to suck because I need the money. So yeah, at least I'll still be making some, but some is like not enough to get by. I really need like the hours we're getting now, like about 8 hours a day. Not every day. Some days are shorter, but that's been pretty good. Like to make a decent amount of money. If I could do that every week, I'd save it up a lot quicker. But I know it's going to slow down. So that combined with the total lack of mask compliance for the Trump virus problem at my job, 7 people infected in the 5 weeks since I worked there, 3 in the last week, means like, okay, like even though I try and be as distant as possible from people, which I can do for the most part. Part of the problem is when it gets busier, it's harder to distance from people. They get around you closer because they got to move around and sort their packages too. So I think probably just look for another job and try and get that motherfucking West Adams work source, that fucking waste of time, 6 weeks like stringing me along, thinking I was going to get this sanitation job, and then the advisor never got back to me, and I called him one day and they were like, oh, he's not going to be in for weeks. I was like, in for weeks? And the lady cut me off and was like, oh, let me send a message to somebody else or something. It's like I couldn't even get a word in about that. I'm like, what the fuck? What? He's the guy who's taking applications. He never told me anything, even though I've repeatedly tried calling for him and emailing him. And they say, oh yeah, you need. And then this other guy's like, yeah, you need you need to be on unemployment to get this job. I don't know why you were still applying for it. I said, nobody told me. They should have told me. Why the hell would I? Like, am I supposed to ask? Like, hey, is there anything you left out about this application for a job I should know about? So anyways, if they're going to cut my hours, I want to see if there's other jobs that are safer and I can make more money at. So we'll see. I don't know. What the fuck you looking at? Guy's just riding his bike staring at me like... This job's making me just yell at people. And I'm not going to be able to afford any kind of place to live for a long time. Because contrary to what bootlickers say, no, you don't need to just pull money out your ass for landlords and work 2 or 3 weeks out of the month for them. You actually don't need to get down on your hands and knees and lick landlords' boots. You just don't have to. When it comes down to it, bootlickers are just fucking angry and they do their rage tears because they just can't stand that people aren't affirming their beliefs. Like, oh, if a landlord can get rich, well then I can too someday. Don't act like that's not gonna happen. Angelo isn't making me feel good. Yeah, maybe construction. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure construction. There are some construction jobs I would not want to do because it's really tough work and demanding work. And also, I'd wonder what it pays. But yeah, at least I'm in better shape now. And a lot of construction jobs will take anyone, but a lot won't. Like I've seen a lot of construction listings. They want people who have experience. So that's kind of a tough hurdle to get around, especially with so many jobs just not being around anymore. I don't want to do customer service. Even cleaning jobs I've been looking up, those are tough to get. A lot of those, you need like industrial cleaning experience. You need like to know how to use like big machines that I've never used before. So I don't know. It's a crappy deal all around. Yeah, that's true. Hard labor, that's a tough one because they can work you super hard. I mean, as hard as this warehouse job sort of is physically, I'm sure it's nothing compared to a lot of construction jobs, and there's still the same issue of, is it going to be enough hours, and is there going to be a risk of the Trump virus there with people not wearing masks? But having just said that, I realize I gotta look for another job. I can't be the hero at this place and actually turn it around, it seems. They're not gonna learn. Maybe I'll be pleasantly surprised on Monday when they'll be like, Angelo, you're right. Like, we're gonna change things around here. But, yeah, I can't do anything about it. If they want everyone to get sick, they're gonna get sick. It seems like that's their plan. I'm not putting words in their mouth. I'm not saying that's their opinion, but if you were trying to get people sick, this is basically what you would do, is adopt their plan. For real, this guy was riding by on his bike just looking at me with this, like, creepy, like, clown grin. Thank you, Oral, whatever. Yeah, that's the guy I was yelling at, saying, "What the fuck are you looking at?" He said something, I don't know, but he was like laughing too. I don't know. I think he might have been, high or uh, sun beaten, I guess. I've been getting this from the food bank. This stuff's pretty good. Oat latte, like coffee. I get it basically to take quicker shits. I don't really want. Oh, good source of omega-3. I don't even know that. Iron. 6 grams of sugar. Too many, if you ask me. What, do I still have some left in here? A few drops. Even at the food bank, it pisses me off. The employees don't wear masks and the owner doesn't either. I'm like, that is so ignorant, so messed up. You're putting everybody at risk by doing that. Because you all deal with the public, you're almost assuredly going to get it. I hate to say it. Although a lot of people who go there wear masks. But for the employees not to wear it, come on, that's ridiculous. Makes me not want to go in there. Yep, people who wear their mask underneath their chin are the worst, and there's plenty of people who do that at this job. It's like, why do you even bother having it if you're going to do that? So I'm just biding my time, trying to get as many hours as I can, make as much money as I can. It's not a good thing about being understaffed or people being sick, but all I can do is just try and get as many hours as I can. So if they need me to do more stuff like they did today, hey, I'll take the extra 30 minutes or whatever, which is what I did. They needed me to go help on some other they needed me to help on some other belts today, basically because they're understaffed too, and they were so busy and a bunch of packages, they didn't go to the right belts and stuff, and so they need people to put them on pallets and drag them around to other belts. It's like, fine, I'll help with that. Absolutely. So if they need me for more work, that's good. It's not good that other people aren't getting work because they're sick. But what can I do other than just try and make the best of it? I've been trying to tell people, like other employees, tried to listen to their concerns too. They're like, yeah, I've seen people not wearing masks. And I'm like, well, did you report it? Like, what the hell? Why am I the only person reporting this? So it just makes me realize, I don't know, I hope we can distance more and stagger schedules or something. This company's going to realize at some point. If not, just fucking, you know, work as much as I can, as safely as possible, and then just bail out whenever I can get another job. Moving forward, so this thing protects me. Somebody's walking by, and I want to have some kind of filter, even though this is sunscreen. It's not that thick. Oh, and they're wearing a mask? Or nope. Yeah, they're wearing a mask too, so that's good. Which way's the wind blowing? It's not really blowing in this way. That's good. Which is too bad. You know, it's all too bad. But that's the nature of this pandemic. LA is quickly becoming the epicenter of the country. Isn't it amazing? In March, they had a strict shutdown, and it seemed to work. LA was doing really well at keeping infections low. Now, I think yesterday somebody said, yeah, Amir Blumenfeld, a great comedian. My mom and I met him once. We're big fans of his. He said, like, he pointed out the Trump virus statistics from LA yesterday or 2 days ago and said that's more infections than in all of Florida for Thursday, I think. Weather like it's hot here, so that's nice too. I got my water bottles heating up in the back window. I'll be showering in the street today since the place where I shower at now is closed. They're just open on weekdays. I need a lot of water today. I had a big meal, so big meal and big water. Ocean water. And also, once the drivers come in and it's really busy on the belts, I don't take off my mask and face shield at any point to have water, unless I'm going outside to my car and nobody's around on a break. But so that means I'm working for like several hours without water, so I get dehydrated then. So, how's it going for everybody? I don't even like thinking about the numbers in LA. It's too scary. It's quickly becoming the case that anywhere you go is dangerous to be at. I just hope, you know, it's, I don't know, first of all, just for myself, that I'm protected and that I'm able to still get decent food and just survive, but also that it doesn't keep spreading like this. But that's the thing, it's totally out of my control, so like I can't even think about it. Really, all I can think about is just try and protect myself and disinfect a lot and all that. But main thing is just have a mask and face shield on. Exercise and whatever. Well, it's going to be interesting seeing how work changes the next few weeks or however long I'm there. I don't know. It might be a while before I can find a job. I don't want to work at another warehouse now. I would consider it if I talked to them and got a really good impression that they're strict about Trump virus compliance. This place, I knew going in they were not that strict about it, but I was like, fuck, I need money now. So I just needed the job. But now that I have one, even if it's a cut in money, I'd still keep working it if I feel safe enough there. And yeah, boy, would consider a warehouse if I talked to them, and instead of the feeling I got here, which is, oh, they're, damn it, this stream is cutting out like 10 times every like 15 minutes. But instead of just brushing off my concerns or sheepishly kind of trying to like sidestep them like the managers here have done, if I got the impression talking somewhere like, yeah, we're absolutely very strict on that, we get on people for that, we don't allow them in without masks, I'd consider that. We'll see. I don't know. It might be a miserable job too, though. Because at least at this one, it's not like what I've heard about at Amazon. It's basically like any moron can do this job. Not that you want people like that. You want people who are motivated and hardworking. Makes it harder when you just get fucking lazy asses working around you. But I don't care either. That's the thing. It's like it doesn't really affect me. Like, I'm not there for any of that. I'm just there to do my job, make my money. And I work well. And the thing is, I know they need me, basically. I forget where I was going with that whole tangent. It'll be interesting to see how it goes as more and more people get sick. That's not interesting. I don't want that. But I'm just saying, like, as far as the company's response, like, when will they start taking it seriously? Or will they not? Oh, excuse me. My allergies acting up now. I got a Trump virus test on Wednesday. It was negative. Not that that means anything. Like, it's negative in that moment. So it doesn't mean like, oh, I don't have it now. But my allergies tend to act up in winter here. Even so, like I said, just being very cautious. I won't drag that point out. And I take my temperature every day. I do wonder, like, how will people survive here if like half the city has it? And the hospitals, by the way, like I won't even repeat the numbers. I've said them before, but trust when I say it's record-setting hospitalizations like every week, and it's only going to get worse, especially with the Christmas surge on top of the Thanksgiving surge. So again, I'm trying not to work up my anxiety thinking about all that. It's just like I gotta just think about myself. I gotta be selfish and just think about myself in a way. I mean, think about myself in that, also make it better for others to be around me, but I can't control all that. So it's like, how habitable will this city be in 3 weeks or a month if we keep getting like 15,000, 20,000 cases a day? I mean, we've been getting around 15,000 a day lately. What if it gets up to 20 or 30,000? Like, what if half the county gets the Trump virus? I don't even know. Like, what if half the stores are closed and everything's shut down? I don't know. Like, how would things run if so many people are out sick? That's what I'm really trying to say. But anyways, just keep trying to get by. Just do what I do. It's crappy because I was thinking, oh man, I'll be able to save money at this job, get film gear. I'm not sure how well that'll work out now, but I can't. That's the thing. That's what's going to give me anxiety if I think, well, they might shut down in 3 months because everybody's sick or something. I'm like, I can't think like that. Just take care of right now. Plus, it'll suppress my immune system if I worry too much. Damn, I had too much chicken fajitas today. Click like, everyone. Helps the video out. This is my job too. And 3 infections in the last week at my job. That should be a scandal. And I still see events out, like at the park, there was a wedding reception a week or two ago. Still a lot of sports events out here. Not as many as before. Like there used to be soccer games. Oh man. But there's still like a lot of people playing basketball. Less so lately. Baseball games that I see. Kids baseball games. Kids basketball, like with obviously like a coach with them. Oh, excuse me. So what do I do? I don't know. Like I said, I don't want to think about it. Like it's not worth worrying about. But would I just have to like just take my money and like be a shut-in sort of in my car? Again, basically just not work? I don't know. Even having a day off though, it's going to give me time to think. But I'm gonna look for other jobs. I'll keep working this one as long as I can or need to. I'd like to keep working it, but I've already gone all over that stuff that is making it kind of challenge, or like making it so it won't pay as much. Oh, great! Somebody's walking by my car on the left. Roll up my windows. So I don't want anyone giving me the Trump virus by the windows either. Oh, damn, I should go to the food bank. I gotta get more cereal. I'm running out of this stuff. Holy shit. This box got crushed or something. Look at this. It's like barely any actual shredded wheat. Well, like the real stuff. Oh no, there's still some like shredded wheat like clumps in there. But damn, look how much just got like shredded to shreds. They don't have many low sugar cereals at the food bank. That's annoying. The ones they do are the most bland stuff, but hey, that's fine. Excuse me. So let's see what, if anything changes at my job on Monday. If not, it's like, if they're not going to get real strict about enforcement, which I doubt they will. I wonder if they're all just big Trump fans at my job. That could very well be the case. Oh, there's the fucking jackass that plays ranchero music real loud, but he's driving by. That's good. Ugh, excuse me. It's my allergies acting up. $2.16. It's weird being out, and it's like the day's been going on for me since 1 in the morning. Feels like the end of the day in a way, but it's early afternoon. That's fine, doesn't matter. It's not like I have anything else to do. Maybe now it's safe to roll down my windows. Ah, that's better. What's it like to have actual skills for a job? I mean, I think anything is like skilled labor. You know, even like fast food work. That's very stressful, and you got to be good at it. But what's it like to actually have skill? I couldn't do any of that like in college. Like I just didn't care. I was a mess. I having all these problems with my dissociative disorder. Ended up dropping out, and I just knew I wasn't going to do anything with what little I learned there. Even talking about that makes me dissociated, remembering that experience. But I was trying to do computer science for a while, and it's like I failed like 3 classes in that. I was not learning anything in that. What's it like to have a real job skill? I wonder if I can't. No, I'm not going to wonder everything. Every little, situation that could go bad. No point. Let's just focus. Focus right now. What's going on? I'll enjoy my day off, even if I'd rather be working. I'd rather be making money. Thank you, the damn spot. Donated $5. The damn spot says, Mark, I am a very skilled worker. It's nice. I can turn off my brain and do work without being there mentally. Well, now I know what it's like. Hey, that's pretty much what I do now, though. I just turn off my brain and sort boxes. I shouldn't be wondering stuff. It's gonna give me more anxiety, but I do want to say this. I wonder if people will take it more seriously once people they know get sick. I'd rather it not come to that. It doesn't make sense to wait until that point. But apparently a bunch of people didn't learn about biology and disease and all that. And is my ear like getting like stretched out from having the mask on so tight? It's like pulling on it? I don't know. Probably not. Probably just my imagination. Who cares? I have it on tight because otherwise my face shield fogs up too much. And I like this style of mask specifically. It's like got several layers. Feels like it's got several layers, at least 2 layers. Okay, just 2 layers. But 2 layers and it fits well. Other masks are like too small, or they're just weird shit on them and holes in them, all kinds of weird stuff. But thank you, the damn spot. I'll have a little more vinegar. I don't even want to go in the grocery store. I guess I'll go tomorrow because I'm off work, so I can go there early. Although they have limited capacity. Maybe. I don't know if they enforce that. Because I'm running out of vinegar. But vinegar is good for me. I try and have that. And it helps my stomach and whatever. All that shit. A little vinegar with water. I've been so dehydrated lately. I don't know what it is. I fall asleep and I'm dehydrated because I don't drink water for like 6 hours. What am I supposed to do while I'm sleeping? And whenever I'm dehydrated and sleeping, I have really messed up nightmares. Last night I had like the bizarre nightmares. I was like with Scotty Kilmer and like spiders were attacking us. Scotty Kilmer being the YouTube mechanic. Does DPDR, living in my car, make it worse? No, I don't think so. I think I'm probably better off in my car just because I hate living with people and hate landlords. After a while, I just don't even like roommates knowing where I am and knowing my routine. Even that feels too weird. Like they have this weird insight into what I do. I don't want them even knowing it. No one must know my secrets. I feel better having that vinegar. If I was really devious, I would go to the grocery store, damage a bottle of apple cider vinegar, wait for them to donate it to the food bank, and then buy it cheap from the food bank. But I won't do that. Alright, that was better. Thank you for watching, everyone. Click and like. I don't know if I might get going soon. Go to the food bank, get some more cereal. And some other stuff, I don't know. What the hell is going on down the street? Some guy's like, it's hard to tell, a painting? Yeah, I guess just painting, I don't know. I can't tell what he's got. Oh, he's spray painting something, I think. I had to buy new glasses too. That sucked, but whatever. Spend $30 on that because I was at my job and I had my glasses case in my sweatshirt and I accidentally dropped it and my glasses must have fallen out real quick. I didn't notice they fell out. I went back to my car. The glasses were gone. I'm like, oh shit! I looked back at in the warehouse and couldn't find them. So the good thing is I buy them from Goggles for You online. I got them for like $30, and they saved my old prescription on them. So it's like, just had that. The kind of messed up thing, they're in like Cerritos, not far from here. If I really wanted to drive there and just pick them up as soon as they were made, like I would have wanted to see like, is there a way they would have just kept them there and like I could just drive over and pick them up? Damn it, this stream keeps cutting out. It's so annoying. If I was really rich, I would buy a new phone and pay some assistant or something to put all my old like accounts on here. It's such a pain to do that. It takes so long. But yeah, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to waste money on a new phone when I'm paying off this one and an old one too. God damn, what is up with this? Why does this phone keep cutting out some days and not others? I don't know. I guess I ran out of things to say too. It's not the worst job in a way. It's just an unfortunate set of circumstances conspired about it, but that's all right. I'll get by. I'll keep myself safe. And I've done more than anybody else probably in the entirety of the pandemic at that same workplace to try and make it a safe workplace. Oh, I might get more of these oat coffees, oat lattes at the food bank. Damn it, this thing keeps cutting out. So annoying. I'll try and go for a few more minutes here. I kind of said everything, didn't I? Well, we'll see. I'll get by somehow. And, I don't know, spread the message if you can to wear masks, social distance, stop going to parties, don't go to big events or small events. Don't go to any events. And what else? Wear face shields too. Those are good for protecting yourself. The worst, the meanest, angriest, most bitter driver I've seen at this job, bitter person. I saw her the other day wearing a face shield, no mask, which is like the most selfish choice because it's protecting yourself from getting it, but it's not protecting others, really. The face shield does not really protect others because it just deflects your breath, like if you have the Trump virus, it goes up and down and out the sides. When you have the mask on and the face shield, the mask is more to protect others and the face shield's more to protect you if somebody like coughs in your face. So, of course, she chose the absolute, like, most selfish, least helpful choice to anybody. But whatever. Like I said, what can I do? And it's not even as good protection for her as having the face mask as well. So, hey, you're going to do what you want. Obviously, everyone's there gotten the message to wear face masks because I insisted on it. And it's just not happening. Excuse me. Yeah, that's true, the damn spot, and that's what I've learned is just like don't even let it like beat me or anything. It's not worth it. England got a new strain. I heard something about that, but how prevalent is that? And I just saw Boris Johnson that announced that England's going in a whole new series of lockdowns. But what's the deal with the new strain? Was that just a limited to one area, or is that now getting out of control too? 60% of all infections are by the new strain? Wow, how bad is that? Man, do people not really understand over there that Boris Johnson's a terrible leader and that like now he's selfishly taking it more seriously when he should have done so from the beginning instead of getting it and nearly dying himself? I see. Where do you live, the damn spot? I know Billy said he's in England. But it's probably best for me to not even look at the news. Like, what's the point? Every day it's some new horrible number, in LA at least. New, like around 100 deaths a day, somewhere around there. It's like just no point. Like, okay, I already know. Like, protect myself. I see. Yeah, kept closing and opening. Yeah, that's not good. You're in Northwest. Oh, place full of Trump people. Right. Yeah, just can't even watch the news. I mean, I suppose it might be good to check in once a day just to see if there's anything I should know, but not really. I mean, it's bad. That's what I know. The masks work, the face shields work, so gotta stick that. But yeah, that's the problem with America too. It wasn't clear. LA did a limited reopening where the gyms were open like 4 days. It was the dumbest thing. It's like, okay, yeah, we slowed it down, but it's not gone. So what do you expect to happen when things open up again? It's going to spread quicker again. And then they close things down again 4 days later. And the gyms have been closed for like 9 months now. Yeah, big deal. I wear masks all the time when I'm out now and at my job. All right, sorry, this phone keeps locking up and whatever. Whenever it freezes for you guys, for me it crashes YouTube and I have to restart the stream. Excuse me. So I'll just keep looking for jobs. There's not as many as there's still jobs around. It's just not as many, and it's harder to find ones that are what I'm looking for. So basically, a decent amount of hours. Like I don't want it super part time, like 20 hours a week. It's hard to get full time jobs though. Like there's not even a ton of those. So decent hours, no customer service. I'm not doing that, and uh, safe. Got to mandate, mask usage and all that. Right. The damn spot. Yeah, that's the point that people say is if you don't like wearing a mask, if wearing a mask is inconvenient, so will wearing a ventilator. And that's partly because masks give you some protection as well. And you got to think too, if you spread it to other people could get seriously sick, even if you're not. Yeah, well, that makes sense, Billy. It's just way too, obviously, it came way too late. Those rules about limiting how many households can get together. I'm just delaying the inevitable now, which is I'm going to have to go use a toilet later. That's good, the damn spot. Yeah, I'm sure. It sucks for us that so, so much of the world has gotten rid of the Trump virus, or whatever they call it in their countries. I don't know. New Zealand, Australia, I think, and Thailand, I believe. I'm not sure where else. But they didn't seek like America did. Well, first of all, as we've seen now, Trump wanted people to get infected. He thought it wasn't going to hurt most people, but he didn't really know shit and know what he was talking about. Just imagine if Obama said that, how Republicans would respond. But so many, I mean, such a large part of the world has gotten rid of it, and our approach was so mixed up and ineffective, and largely there wasn't an approach. It was just, oh, let's not let it scare us. And the places that did try and limit infections, that's all they did, try and slow them down. They didn't try and eliminate them. So now we're in this mess now where people are ignoring the rules and having parties. Hey, Alejandro. All right, the damn spot. Thank you. Uh, yeah, well, I'm about to go. I've been streaming on this phone keeps crapping out, but they're cutting our hours at work now to 6 days a week instead of I was at least allowed to have 7 before. That's nice, but I also got to think about getting a new job because I know after December they're going to cut our hours even more, and if it's not enough. I mean, depends, what the situation is, but also they're not enforcing mask usage. 3 people got infected at my job in the last week, or got tested positive. Yep, full on lockdown would have been better. I agree. So, anyways, and who knows? Maybe we'll get a general strike. Although nobody seems to be willing to lead the way on it. But it'd be great if we had a general strike demanding $2,000 a month payments for everyone. I would still want to work my job if it was safe. But that's the other thing is like if it's not that safe, I'd rather take the $2,000 a month and not risk the Trump virus, even though I would really like the extra money, like to work and get the $2,000 a month payments. But I don't know. I don't know if anyone will get a general strike. I work in a warehouse, just sorting packages. All right, everyone. But I'm going to get going. I got to go take care of chores and stuff and do my thing. So thanks for watching. Bye.